Wire is brought to you by Resora. Elevate your real estate marketing with Resora. Effortlessly design, manage, and automate stunning email and social campaigns with our intuitive platform built for real estate. Say goodbye to complex marketing. Get started with your free account today at resora.com. And by Notebook LM by Google. Unlock the power of your information with Notebook LM. Upload your documents and instantly access an expert AI that answers your questions, summarizes key points, and generates insights, all based on your specific sources. Become a knowledge master with Notebook LM. Try it now at notebooklm.google.
Ready for another deep dive into real estate tech?
Let's do it.
This past week was packed with news.
It was virtual tours.
Blockchain.
A lot to unpack.
We'll break it all down for you today.
So you can impress your colleagues.
And get inspired.
That's right.
There's a lot of buzz about AI right now.
It's everywhere you look.
It feels like every publication is talking about it.
It's like in that Real Estate Insider's Unfiltered podcast from January 4th.
With Mike Swire.
Yeah.
He predicts AI will change the way we buy and sell homes forever.
He's a big believer in AI's potential.
An AI utopia, as he calls it.
Right.
He even thinks the private sector is key to driving positive AI development.
Interesting take.
What surprised me was he's skeptical about the future of social media in the age of AI. But let's focus on real estate. Swire says real estate professionals are actually well-positioned for an AI-driven future.
You know.
I would have thought the opposite.
Me too.
But he makes a good point.
What's that?
Agents are all about building relationships.
The human connection.
Exactly.
Something AI can't replicate.
Right.
Swire sees AI taking over those tedious tasks.
Right.
Data entry.
Oh, yeah.
Market analysis.
Things like that. Freeing agents up to focus on what they do best.
Providing personalized service and building those strong client relationships.
That makes a lot of sense.
It does.
But what does that look like in practice?
Well, Swire had this fascinating idea
Tell me.
about agents licensing homes as AI training
What
mechanisms.
does that even mean?
So imagine this.
Okay.
Your house has its own AI,
Okay.
trained on all the data an agent has about the property,
Like-
neighborhood details,
Right.
market trends,
Right.
even the seller's preferences.
Oh.
This AI could then interact with potential buyers.
With a virtual listing agent?
Exactly.
Available 24/7.
Answering questions.
Even negotiating offers.
It could revolutionize the way we buy and sell homes.
It's like something out of a sci-fi movie.
But it could be the future.
And speaking of virtual,
Yes.
the App Inventive article from January 6th talked about AI-powered virtual tours.
And staging,
It's already happening.
which makes sense,
What do you think about it?
especially with the growing popularity of smart homes, like
Yeah.
that B3 article from January 2nd mentioned,
Smart homes are selling faster.
and for higher prices.
Buyers want that integrated technology.
They do.
So agents can use these AI-powered virtual tools
To showcase those features.
and attract tech-savvy buyers
It all ties back to Swire's vision.
of a more connected and AI-driven future.
Exactly.
But let's shift gears for a moment
Okay.
and talk about the practical side of things.
Sounds good.
R.J. Pittman
The CEO of Matterport.
had some strong words in his real estate news interview from January 3rd.
He did.
He's basically urging the entire industry to move beyond the speed of paper.
Embrace the digital age.
Right.
It's happening everywhere.
We can't afford to fall behind.
Exactly.
He even shared an anecdote about agents being worried that virtual tours would replace open houses.
Interesting.
His response was, think bigger.
I like that.
He argues that digital twins can reach a global audience.
Something a traditional open house could never do.
Imagine
Yeah.
someone in London virtually walking through a property you're selling in California.
That opens up a whole new world of possibilities,
It does.
especially for reaching those international buyers.
It's mind-blowing.
And it caters to the expectations of younger generations
Millennials and Gen Z
who are used to seamless digital experiences,
in every aspect of their lives.
including real estate.
Right.
So agents who can offer that immersive digital experience.
Will have a major advantage.
Absolutely.
But Pittman also made an interesting point about the current sales mentality in real estate.
What's that?
He thinks there's too much focus on just closing the deal,
Okay.
regardless of whether it makes sense for a truly efficient market.
I see.
And that brings us to the Housing Wire piece from January 5th about lower acquiring neat labs.
Yeah.
The software company focused on streamlining the mortgage process.
Right.
Lower's CEO believes that by integrating Neat's technology, they can cut loan origination costs by at least 20%.
Wow.
And get loans delivered in just 10 days.
10 days.
That's incredible.
It is.
No more waiting weeks for approvals.
That's a game changer.
It's a perfect example of how digitization can create a more efficient market.
Exactly what Pittman was talking about.
So we've got AI potentially taking over some tasks,
Yeah.
virtual tours, expanding our reach,
Uh-huh.
and digitization streamlining the entire process.
But there's one more piece of the puzzle I want to talk about.
Which is,
Blockchain.
yes.
The Impactor article from January 7th really caught my eye.
It did mine too.
It talked about how blockchain could transform everything.
From due diligence to property search to investing.
It's a fascinating technology.
I'm still trying to wrap my head around it.
It's complex.
But it seems like it could create a super secure and transparent record of all property transactions.
Potentially cutting out the need for middlemen.
And reducing the risk of fraud.
Imagine a world where property titles are stored on an immutable blockchain,
Wow.
making transactions faster
Cheaper.
and more secure.
That would be revolutionary.
It would.
The Impactor article even mentions some specific applications.
Like tokenization,
Right.
where a property is divided into digital tokens.
That can be traded on a blockchain platform,
Exactly.
opening up possibilities for fractional ownership.
Multiple investors can pool their resources to buy a property.
And the blockchain ensures everything is transparent and secure.
It could make real estate investing accessible to so many more people.
But blockchain isn't without its challenges.
Of course not.
The Impactor article mentioned costs,
The need for expertise.
security, and regulatory hurdles.
All valid concerns.
It's a new technology,
with its own growing pains,
but the potential benefits are hard to ignore.
especially in terms of transparency
Security.
and efficiency.
It feels like we're on the cusp of a major shift in real estate.
With all this technology emerging,
But amidst all this tech,
we can't forget the human touch.
right,
Both Swire and Pittman emphasized its importance.
and that's where Eyes Media's pronunciation key article comes in.
The one from January 2nd.
Yeah, I was surprised to see it included at first.
But it makes sense.
In a world where we're increasingly interacting online.
Even small things like pronouncing names and terms correctly can make a big difference.
It shows respect,
And builds trust,
which are crucial in any business.
especially real estate.
We have to make every interaction count.
It all circles back to what we've been talking about.
Technology is a powerful tool,
But it's the human element that truly drives success.
whether it's building relationships
Understanding needs.
or providing that personalized touch that AI can't replicate.
The human factor remains irreplaceable.
So we've covered a lot of ground already.
Yeah.
But there's one more thing I want to delve into,
Oh,
and that is
I'm listening.
that Housing Wire piece about setting up a CRM.
The one from January 3rd?
Yeah.
It might seem basic
I know, right?
compared to AI and blockchain.
But it's still so important.
It is.
The author, Michael McAllister,
Yeah.
he really stresses having a clear plan for your CRM.
Don't just jump in blindly.
Exactly.
Define your goals first.
And map out your pipeline stages.
Right.
He even suggests setting up separate pipelines
Oh,
for different parts of your business.
Likely.
Leads,
okay.
loans in process,
Uh-huh.
referral partners,
Got it.
even recruiting,
Interesting.
each with its own stages.
I see.
So you can visualize your workflow.
And pinpoint areas for automation.
Exactly.
It's like a roadmap.
For your client relationships.
And he also talks about creating an automation roadmap
Oh, yeah.
detailing the client experience.
At each stage of the pipeline
It's all about using technology,
to enhance that human touch.
not replace it.
Speaking of technology,
Yeah.
the App Inventive article mentioned AI being used, automated property valuations,
Mm-hmm.
and even analyzing tenant behavior.
Wow.
Imagine being a landlord
Okay.
and using AI to identify risky tenants.
Or predict maintenance issues.
That's pretty powerful stuff.
It is.
But all this data being collected.
It does raise some privacy concerns.
Right.
The B&O News article from January 5th touched on that.
The one about PropTech.
Yeah.
They highlighted companies like Jum
Using data aggregation.
to give buyers a more complete picture of the market.
But they also emphasize the importance of ethical data use.
Transparency is key.
Absolutely.
Consumers need to know how their data is being used.
Especially in real estate.
It's about building trust.
Couldn't agree more.
Okay, let's go back to Swer's prediction about social media disappearing.
The one that blew my mind.
I know, right?
He didn't really explain it.
But it's thought-provoking.
It is.
What if, instead of scrolling through social media,
We have personalized AI assistants,
Curating information for us.
connecting us with like-minded people.
It's hard to imagine.
It's exciting and a little scary.
It makes you think about the future of human connection.
How we build communities in a digital world.
That's the thing about these tech trends.
What?
They're not just changing real estate.
They're changing society.
And that's why it's so important for agents to stay informed.
To be adaptable.
We can't just sit back and watch this happen.
We need to be proactive.
Embrace the change.
Exactly.
Whether it's AI or digitization or blockchain.
The message is clear.
Evolve
Ah.
or get left behind.
So what does this all mean for our listener?
Well-
The key takeaway is this. These aren't just headlines.
Right.
They're forces that are reshaping how we do business.
Like Pittman said, ditching the speed of paper.
It's a challenge.
But it's necessary.
Absolutely.
Those who adapt will thrive.
No doubt about it.
So what can our listeners do?
Start with being curious.
Yes.
Don't be afraid to experiment.
With new technology.
Attend industry events.
And work on-
Connect with forward-thinking people.
And never stop learning.
The real estate tech landscape is always changing.
This deep dive is just the beginning.
The tip of the iceberg.
Keep exploring.
Keep asking questions.
And don't be afraid to push boundaries.
The future of real estate is being shaped right now.
And we can all be a part of it.
It's an exciting time.
It really is.
I hope our listeners are feeling inspired.
To embrace the possibilities.
That lie ahead.
That's it for this deep dive.
Another one down.
We covered AI, digitization, blockchain, the human element, and so much more.
It's been a whirlwind.
But a fascinating one.
We'll see you next time.
For another deep dive into the world of real estate tech.
Hey there, thanks for tuning into The Wire. If you're enjoying the show and want to help us keep bringing you the latest in real estate, visit us at thewire.fm and click the Support the Wire button in the main navigation. Your support makes all the difference. Thank you. The Wire has been brought to you by Resora. Elevate your real estate marketing with Resora. Effortlessly design, manage, and automate stunning email and social campaigns with our intuitive platform built for real estate. Say goodbye to complex marketing. Get started with your free account today at resora.com. And by Notebook LM by Google. Unlock the power of your information with Notebook LM. Upload your documents and instantly access an expert AI that answers your questions, summarizes key points, and generates insights, all based on your specific sources. Become a knowledge master with Notebook LM. Try it now at notebooklm.google.